We're back. Guess who the camera person is this time? Turn the camera on and show. So I told her I was gonna shoot this and she's like, do you want me to shoot it? Just came back from a little visit to Kentucky to MegaFit Meals. Shout out to Chris. So I'm about to heat up one of his meals. Savage Bowl. And I'm gonna have this pre-workout before you guys see me go hit some chest and calves at the gym. It's a TH. It's a Savage Bowl, but because Chris has a list, he likes to actually name his products and everything else that. We're gonna let this simmer a little bit on some low heat, and I have all my meals laid out. That's the Jay Cutler Bowl. That's pronounced Jay Cutler. This is for you, Angie, by the way. Bison sliders, one of my favorites. Like I said, tonight's gonna be a little chest and calves because you guys know we do calves. Angie's getting ready to prep we have a dinner tomorrow night for one of our friends. Is it 50 or? Wow, she turns 50, huh? Little festive around here. We have some, I actually want to eat those because they look like cotton candy. We've gotten a little festive here.
That was the purpose of getting those. They look like cotton.
What's the matter, huh? Come on, you want to eat your food?
She wants you to pick that. Show you the French tree.
Well, Dave Enders thought it was actually a real Christmas tree, which you guys can see the 15-footer. Let's show the Grinch tree. You got it decorated a little bit. How's it look? Not very exciting, is it?
No, because the Grinch tree.
It's what?
Very festive and fun.
All right, so we're gonna eat a meal, guys, and we're gonna go hit the gym. So next time you see me, I'll be at Kilo Club on a vlog style. All right, guys, so I think I lied. I'm gonna shoot arms because I just realized that, number one, I just came back from the trip and I did back and legs on the trip. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some arm training in because it's been a minute since I did some arms. I realized that I had chest. Hey man, what's up? I had chest. Hey bro, how are you? On the last couple workouts. So I figured I'd do a little arms, show you guys what's going on. Tracking's enabled now, so it's gonna follow me. That's what's cool about the Osmo, guys, so I can actually track what I have going on. All right, so I'm gonna do a couple warm-up sets and then I'll kind of go with there. So I just want to get the blood in there a little bit and get the feel. Like I said, it's not going to take much to get me pumped up because I actually have been eating pretty well the last couple of days. So I actually feel pretty good. But I got probably about 4 meals in today. But today was Monday, so it was like my super busy day, if you can imagine. So I kind of sit on the back of this seat, as you guys can see, and I'm just gonna let this thing roll. Turn my cash register off here, guys. All right, so I already got a lot of blood in there. You know, when I used to do my side tricep pose, you know, it was one of my knockout shots, you know, because I was able to, when I did the side tricep, I was able to push the tricep against my lat, which would give that really crazy look. And, you know, being one of the 7 poses at the time, you know, it was really important because honestly, Coleman didn't have a crazy side tricep. It was one pose that he couldn't really get into, and I really had the flat stomach too, so it made that whole appearance of the tricep, you know. So when I think about doing arm training, you know, obviously I start with triceps first. This is my first exercise. But with this, I I really kind of think about that always, like the motion and, you know, how, you know, that tricep was super, super important at the time when I was trying to win. It's crazy, being 12 years retired, I'm still thinking about this shit. But you got to think about something while you train, right? I just watched one of Phil Heath's videos, and he talked about this movement, how this was one of his go-to exercises. So figure if Phil does it, I can do it too, right? I don't think you guys see me actually do this one a lot. All right, so for the arm training, we're really just trying to get a lot of that blood in there, like I said. And we will get some ropes in, don't worry. I know that's always the first exercise I start with. Hopefully, Tyler, this looks better in the first set. If you guys are really trying to tighten up the triceps, this will be one of those movements I suggest that you guys try. All right, so we're going to do the Atlantis machine with this. It's kind of like an extension, kind of like I was just doing with the other machine, but this is more seated and almost like a press down, but really cool machine. I started using this a few weeks ago and it feels pretty good actually. Sometimes I'll do like press down or whatever else. So the meat and potato movement, which is going to be our press down. And as you guys know, I kind of lean in and I push down that way. Now, I know some of the critics say it's totally wrong, but I think the arms speak for themselves. So you see that little lean in that stagger step. So the rope, the cable's kind of rubbing against. I'm sure you guys can kind of hear that a little bit, but that's honestly how I judge these workouts, is how I maintain that pump. Not to say I just took some super hydrated pre-workout and I'm using liquid pump and amplify mixed together, so that's a little plus. Go up a little bit in weight. All right, so I got to do some sort of an overhead movement. So I feel like kind of doing some dumbbells today. So hopefully I can show this. So I want to get that extension. So last week I did French presses with a cambered bar, but this week I'm actually, like I said, I want to try to do dumbbell. They actually have a new machine. I think it's by Max Pump over here, but I think I'm going to do an actual dumbbell behind the head. So what I'll do is I'll probably do it, since they don't have a low bench here, I'll probably do it off an incline bench. All right, so that was a 70, so I'm gonna go up a little bit. All right, so 80. So I used to do 130-pound dumbbells with that movement. Now we're almost half that way. I think I actually did 160s. So I'm gonna do 3 sets of over the head. Now I like to do these. I know some of you guys complain about elbow pain, but I actually feel the stretch on these more. So like I said, I switch between cables, sometimes the ropes, but I prefer, if you ask me my number one exercise, it would probably be with the dumbbell. And amazingly enough, I don't have pain, so I'm able to do these. So still trying to get really around 10 reps on this. I think I got 10 on the last set. I haven't really, sometimes I count, sometimes I don't, but. Hopefully that was 12, just so I can make you guys happy. All our TikTok, YouTube people, everybody. All right, so we're doing some bicep curls, and as you know, they used to call me Sloppy Jay's bicep curls. So I'm gonna do some 40s, kind of get the arms kind of warmed up here, and be at a slight incline on this bench. Just alternate curls, guys. So nothing super strict. Just get the blood in there. So normally I start with the Atlantis, but I wanted to do dumbbells today. So I'm gonna do 3 movements for biceps. The one thing I've maintained is at least some decent arms. Angie always says to me, she's like, you need to work on your arms are getting smaller. Can you believe that? The disrespect. All right, bicep curls, alternate dumbbells. Now, this was one of the main exercises I did in my routine, whether I was training for Olympia's, Arnold Classics. From day one, I always preferred to do dumbbells over barbells or cables or machines. Remember, a lot of machines didn't exist. So, what I'm really trying to focus on is just getting that contraction on each arm. And remember, I tore both biceps. So I had the upper bicep in this tear in 2011, and then the year I came back, 13, I partially tore my lower, which is still a partial. I just never had it operated on since I wasn't going to get back on stage. But with each arm, I'm going to focus on doing at least 8 or so reps. And you'll notice I just kind of could get a contraction. I don't come up, I don't take the tension off. You guys that are coming all the way up, remember you're taking the tension off the bicep. So it's a very, very short motion. Really get that pump in there. I just work on feeling it. That's the most important thing. So just full extension at the bottom. Get that lengthening of the bicep. So I'm using a mirror in front of me to kind of use. That's good, a good burn. All right, guys, so we're gonna do something a little different than you're probably used to seeing. Some incline, these are actually called spider curls, but I'm gonna throw these bad boys on, all right? You see me for a lot of years promoting the fat grips. And these are gonna thicken up our bar a little bit, bring in the brachialis, thicken the arms up. You guys looking to get those arms a little more dense. All right, so let me drop this down a little bit. All right, and I'm gonna try to get at least 10 reps out of this. All right, so medium grip. Okay, I'm gonna hang my chest over the top. Okay, really get that extension. Curl. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. All right, so I didn't disappoint. 12 reps. So the thickness from the side, especially in those side poses, you guys want to get that, you know, show off that forearm thickness. Obviously this little bubble right here, that's going to really help with that. So I did 12 reps, although I had in my head to at least do 10. Goes to show sometimes you got to psych yourself up a little bit. So I'm going to demonstrate another set of the spider curl. You've seen me do these a million times. 2009, major exercise in my arsenal to bring in my arms. Remember, I had a little imbalance to the arms, so in 09 I had to bring that balance back, because obviously the frontal bicep, that first pose, I needed to knock out Dexter Jackson, who beat me the year before. So get 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, control, 8, oh, that was a tough one. Okay. That was a good burn. Easy money. All right, I'm gonna do some preacher curls, guys. It's probably gonna be my last exercise. All right, so I have a plate and a 10 on this bad boy. Gonna focus on at least 10. Just gotta get that good stretch in there. All right, so by this point, my arms are really full, so I feel these a lot. It doesn't take a lot for me, especially when I do triceps first, to get a good pump in my biceps. So my rest time is about 45 seconds between, and then right back at it. So with the smaller body parts, it's definitely on that pace of 45 seconds. Sometimes when I do legs, I might go up to a minute. Backs, I might go up to a minute, depending on how heavy the sets are. But because it's arms, it's a, you know, smaller muscle group. The rest time's definitely cut a little shorter. But no drop sets, nothing crazy at this point. Like I said, I've been doing I've been dealing with a little tendonitis right here. It feels actually pretty good today, but you know, I had this all worked out. All these muscles were kind of bound together a little bit about a week ago. So I saw my buddy Corey over at Strength Culture, and you know, he's been working on me a little bit. So I'll get in with him this week, do another session, and you know, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do some cardio, kind of wrap this thing up. So I just wanted to show a little arm training. I know it's been a minute since I dropped some YouTube, but I was out in Kentucky at MegaFit the last couple of days, and now, of course, back in Vegas, excited to be back, get back to the training schedule, and keep myself on track. So, you know, I just want to shout out to everyone out there that's working hard and continue to be motivated by everyone's content online. Like I said, I never imagined at this point, you know, being off the stage so long, that I'd still be doing this and putting out the content, but I'm doing best I can for you guys. A little slow down at the end of the year, you know, not shooting as much lately, but I'll get back at it this week. I'll have another video out for you guys. And once again, thanks for following the YouTube. Thanks for supporting. Next time we come in here, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on with the business, with Cutler Nutrition and kind of everything else, you know, get some cool stuff in the works. And I want to share a little bit with you guys. So I'll come on and do more of a vlogging, conversational piece, and maybe answer some questions that you guys have been asking online. So for JTV, I'm out, guys. All right, and it is Monday, and we're back at it, and we're not gonna stop, so all the best.
No mercy for you, no worries for you. That Game of Thrones,